So can Gematria take a stab at the completely random Champions League draw? Well, let's start with Jude Bellingham. Bellingham has played a total of 30 European matches. What stands out to me is the fact that Inter is Gematria 30, Porto is Gematria 30, and is a trip to Denmark in the cards. It's Denmark that's Gematria 30, so that's kind of what stands out with Jude Bellingham, just at a glimpse. Peter Bosz, the coach for Eindhoven, he was with Dortmund in 2017, so that's what kind of strikes me with that. So, Dortmund, I will go Eindhoven. I think that will be a very entertaining draw. Peter Bosz up against Borussia Dortmund. Sociedad have played 32 Champions League matches. They can play their 33rd Champions League match against Napoli, who won the Scudetto for the first time in 33 years. After winning the Scudetto for the first time in 33 years with Spalletti, can go up against Sociedad. It's Sociedad that's Gematria 33, so that's who Napoli could face after they won their first Scudetto in 33 years. So there I will go Sociedad for Napoli. And now Bayern and who can Bayern face? Bayern against Lazio. It's sorry that's Gematria 65. Bayern is 6-5 in the final. It's Bayern that's also Gematria 65 and 29. What I do like about Bayern is that star striker Ciro Immobile has a career total of 29 European goals to his name. Could go up against Bayern. So I will go Lazio. Tougher draws for Serie A. Last year it was the opposite. Okay, so the group of death, PSG, they have 9 goals scored and 8 allowed. PSG with 9 goals scored and 8 conceded during the group stage. Teams that I like PSG to go up against, it's Gunners, that's Gematria of 98. So they're 9 goals and 8 allowed in the group. Arsenal could make a return to the knockouts at France, where they appeared in the 2006 Champions League final. Also, Mikel Arteta was with PSG for a little bit on loan during his playing days. But it is champions, that's Gematria of 98. Man City could go up against the champions with 9 goals and 8 allowed. In Man City in Europe, or rather Paris Saint-Germain in Europe, they have a total of 79 wins in the Champions League. Arsenal FC is 79 and its champion, that's Gematria 79. But let's stick with the storyline there of Haaland against Mbappe. And so from a rating perspective, I will just say Man City. Even though there's Enrique and Barcelona, a potential draw for Man City against Barcelona, although I will go with the blockbuster match in the round of 16. A team that won the treble should have a very tough draw, right? Arsenal, they're their first time in the Champions League for a while. They always lose in the round of 16, so why not get Copenhagen? Copenhagen also could go up against Man City because the brother of Højlund, he could visit his brother at Manchester if Man City get an easy draw again. So Man City do get easy draws, so it's possible Copenhagen can go up against Manchester City. Now Copenhagen champion is 43. They've played 104 matches. Manchester City Football Club is Gematria 104. And they could lose their 35th game against the Gunners if they go up against Arsenal. So these are the possibilities there Just just analyzing both sides of it here. Now, Atletico Madrid. Diego Simeone. It's all about Diego Simeone for Atletico Madrid against Inter. Atletico have scored a lot of goals, 17. They can go up against a monster Inter front line. Inter have scored 8 and allowed 5 in the group. They're coming off a loss to Man City in the final. And it's also Atletico that's Gematria of 85. There are 8 goals scored and 5 conceded in the group stage. Now, this is about Simeone. He did recently say that he would like to go to Italy soon. Simeone was with Inter Milan from 1997 to 1999, played 57 total appearances. Again, City is Gematria 57, so Simeone up against Inter, Atletico Madrid to go up against Inter Milan. Inter and Atletico and PSG, Man City, both finalists to get tough draws. We've said with the 30 that Bellingham, Real Madrid, in Porto, in Barcelona to go up against Red Bull Leipzig. Now, Barcelona, rather, Red Bull Leipzig. Leipzig in the Champions League, 44 matches, 68 total. FC Barcelona is 44 and 80. They have 80 goals allowed. They've scored 79 goals in total in the Champions League. They can score their 80th goal against Barcelona FC. Another possibility would be Leipzig and Arsenal. It's Arsenal FC. That's Gematria 79. But ultimately, and 68 matches in total in Europe. Football Club Barcelona is Gematria of 68. So, Leipzig, I will go to be drawn up against Barcelona. So, in Sun Nation, this is probably my final projection. Gundogan could face off against Barcelona, but that's more of a quarterfinal tie. So, and Enrique, Enrique is a former Barcelona player. So, but I go with the tough draw for Paris Saint-Germain. Now, as you see on the Manchester City side, they have 125 matches played in the Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain Football Club is Gematria of 125. So this is where ultimately I go with some blockbuster matches, and they're not the only blockbuster matches we are going to see. This one could go either way. It's about Simeone, so I think go to defeat Inter. Arsenal to go through. Man City. Barcelona due to the storyline possibilities. Bayern. I'll go Napoli and Osimhen in Real Madrid to advance. And really, if a bunch of English guys going to go to the semifinals, maybe Arsenal start out with a soft opponent. Man City start beating the Giants. They're English guys, Grealish and Stones and Foden. So, Real Madrid have to avoid all the other English players too. So and Harry Kane will have to avoid the likes of all the English guys are on that side too, so they don't get the draw. They'll get the draw against each other. But the Enrique against Barcelona is possible, but the Holland Mbappe that adds more fire. And how do Arsenal handle Copenhagen? The Copenhagen, their next. Man City get easy draws all the time, your Basels and all of that in the round of 16. So Copenhagen's the second possibility of Man City. Get an easy draw right after the FIFA Club World Cup and recovery, Kevin De Bruyne, all that. As far as this one, this is the top storyline perspective for me. And if Bellingham has 30 total European matches, if Inter are better storyline against Atletico, if a trip to Copenhagen, you never know with Copenhagen. And now Copenhagen, of course, Manchester City Football Club, so that's the other possibility. But 35th loss against Arsenal. 34 losses in total. Don't forget that Arsenal FC not only is at 79, but it is also 34. So this is the... Who knows what can happen for the group setup. This is a quicker, more condensed version of what I preliminary did last night. Pretty much had... Last night I was going with a easy draw for City. Hey, the brother of Oyland could visit him, whatever. And... But this one, I go with the better storyline there. Not only your Inter Atletico, but add your City and PSG. And then if Arsenal are newcomer, they always get knocked out to the round of 16. Hey, start out with Copenhagen. Or Man City can... I mean, this is how you beat Copenhagen, Manchester United. So we got ourselves a very interesting day this Monday.